Hey, what's that you're saying? Champions League. You're right. It is. Second leg of the last 16 coming up Tuesday, Wednesday, and some mighty big matches, perhaps none more eye-catching than the one at the Bernabeu. Ooh, the sound there of Real Madrid absolutely doing Liverpool last time these two teams met at Anfield. A few weeks ago, you'll recall it was 5-2 to Real Madrid. Now, since then, lots of things have happened. Real Madrid went a little bit off the boil, and Liverpool did one of their mighty wins, that 7-0 against Man United. So the question, Alvaro, I'm going to ask you is, could they?
It's going to be very difficult, but we have seen teams just all about to come back against Real Madrid, like, for example, in last season, Champions League. I remember that Chelsea was winning 3-0 at Santiago Bernabeu for a little while until, Real Madrid managed to score 2 goals, and Rodrigo and Madrids invented for me what it was one of the goals of the season. One of those that doesn't go to the Puskás award because it's a combination and not a beautiful bicycle kick. But I think that Liverpool has been able of beating Napoli this season, which not many teams have been able of doing. Then they beat Manchester United 7-0, Bournemouth 9-0. They beat Manchester City as well. So there is some fire in them and there is some danger in them. We all know about that. And I think that Real Madrid has to be very aware of that. Of course, Real Madrid is overwhelmingly favourite, but preparing a game like this is not easy for them. Because if Real Madrid defends and they won't, probably they will concede goals. I think that they will probably face this game as if it was a 0-0 in the first leg, and they will try to win this one.
Some fantastic results there, Alvaro. Am I right in saying, though, that those have all been at home, whereas on the road, they've only won 3 times, and they tend to do things like lose at Bournemouth?
Yeah, I'm trying to think about it now. Probably their most meaningful win away this season has been beating Ajax at Johan Cruyff Arena. I think, yes, you're right with that. I mean, we saw the first leg. I think Liverpool were fantastic for 25 minutes, putting pressure on Camavinga. They were shifting all the game to the right. They scored goals. There were a couple of decisive moments, like when Eder Militao, I believe he was cleared the ball from over the line as well, when Liverpool was still winning. And then Real Madrid scored 5. So I think that scoreline was perhaps a little bit deceptive, but yes, coming back from a 5-2 disadvantage or a scoreline, it's going to be very difficult, but I think that Liverpool has a certain danger in them, and I can see them at least during the game at some point just believing that they may have a chance if they score first, for example.
All right, some teams you'd think if Liverpool get the first early, it might shake them a bit, but Real Madrid went 2 goals down at Anfield and didn't seem unduly bothered by it, so I guess we'll see. A 3-1 victory for them at the weekend over Espanyol. They went a goal down in that game as well.
Yeah, they were. And probably that is, when you score early at Santiago Bernabeu, normally that wakes up the beast. I mean, that's one of the worst things you can do historically, definitely in the last decade, because Real Madrid manages to wake up and then this time they came back. I think that they came back in style with Vinicius scoring a very good goal again. Eder Militao did score another one. Marco Asensio, a player who has been at times a fringe player, he scored the 3-1. But the overall performance was good. Real Madrid needed an easy win because in La Liga they've been struggling a little bit this last couple of weeks, especially after their defeat against Barcelona in the Copa del Rey. But, I think that they group together in the right moment. Karim Benzema will be back, and he's very important. My only question is who's going to play as a left back for Real Madrid. That's going to be interesting. I guess that Nacho will be the man, because I think that Camavinga, he's not a natural left back, and he may suffer with someone like Mohamed Salah. We saw at Espanyol goal, the other day, that Camavinga didn't know how to defend the long ball to the right winger of Espanyol, and this may happen a lot in the game against Liverpool. So Fiat Ancelotti will probably play Nacho there in that position, unless Ferland Mendy isn't ready to play. I mean, he's back in training, but I don't think he's ready to play 90 minutes.
What about the assist from Tchouaméni on the Militao goal? Outside of the right foot cross, like Quaresma, is Modric teaching him how to use your outside of the right foot?
I mean, Tchouaméni is showing his potential plenty of times. The only problem is that his positional game is not still the favorite thing of Carlo Ancelotti. Ancelotti is working with him a lot on that. But yeah, I mean, he has got like a good landing in Spanish football.
Does anyone see Liverpool with a chance in this game?
They have a chance, but it's
Yeah.
it is in a low percentage.
They're just so
Points.
unpredictable. They can go and win 3-0 there, and they can also lose 4-0. It could be a 3-2 win or 3-2 defeat too. It's just impossible to predict. I think the talent that they have up front, if it clicks like against United, and they are ruthless and take the chances they have and the half chances they have, then anything is possible. And it's certainly a Real Madrid team that is a bit vulnerable too.
They will have to put a very brave performance. That's the thing. And I think that if you put a brave performance at Santiago Bernabeu with the quality that Vinicius has in the counter-attack, that can cost you as well. And I didn't like what I saw from Virgil van Dijk against Bournemouth. I think that some of his actions were, and especially the one in Bournemouth's goal, I think he just thought that that player, I think that it was Outara, was never going to get that ball. And that is unacceptable in a centre-back. I mean, you cannot do that. And I think that it's going to be a very difficult game for Liverpool's defence, and especially for Trent Alexander-Arnold.
The Totally Football Show podcast is available 3 times a week, bringing you all the football news you could reasonably be expected to care about. We've got views, we've got stats, we've got analysis, we've got some of the best football writers around, and the whole thing is absolutely free. So have a listen on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or all the usual places by clicking on the link below.